Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, it is a balmy 10 degrees here this morning. And tomorrow, it's supposed to start off somewhere around 5 degrees, something in that area. I mean, when you're getting down that cold, does it really matter whether it's 2 degrees or 4 degrees or 5 degrees? It's cold. But thankfully, the rain that we got yesterday decided to stop early enough so that it didn't interfere with the cold weather and cause a bunch of ice. So we had rain, warm, temperatures plummeted, and well, now it's cold. So can't complain too much other than just it's cold weather, and that's just kind of what we have this time of the year. The big news that's just all over the place, and I suspect that many of you couldn't care less, kind of like me, is that TikTok has officially been banned in the United States. It was shut off yesterday, and all of these people that spend their lives on TikTok, it's done, at least for now. There's been reports all over the country of teenagers calling 911, complaining that their TikTok is not working. It's interesting. Donald Trump says that once he gets into office, he's going to work out a deal to get TikTok back. It's interesting that he's all about saving TikTok now when, a few years back when he was president before, he was really all over banning TikTok, saying that it was the Chinese that were, communist Chinese that were spying on us. But now we're trying to save it. Even Elon Musk is on board with saving it. Who knows what's going to work out with that? I'm not a TikTok user, never have been, but as much as I dislike it, honestly, is it any worse than other social media platforms like Twitter, X, or Instagram? I mean, at least with TikTok, they don't really allow porn, and on those other ones, they do. So that's my big hang-up, ban that, the porn. Anyways, but yeah, that's what's being talked about a lot right now online. I mean, the world could be burning, nukes could be falling out of the sky, but talking about TikTok, that's the most important thing. The state of Georgia has banned public sales and showings and anything like that to do with chickens because they have their first confirmed cases of H5N1 bird flu in Georgia at a poultry farm, and they're taking it quite seriously and shutting things down there in Georgia. We're seeing I think, amongst all this, because you have to understand, the last week the news has been dominating, the news cycle is dominating, and talking about Donald Trump becoming president again. That's the dominating topic. There you go. I'll get it out. But if you read between in the back pages and all that kind of stuff, you'll see that the bird flu thing is surging. The World Health Organization is pushing masks mandates again, masking and social distancing. We're seeing that more and more being talked about. Like I said the other day, the United States gave almost $600 million to Moderna to develop a pokey poke for the bird flu. So that is becoming more pronounced. And I know there's a lot of people saying, yeah, but this time's going to be different. This time is going to be different with Donald Trump because he's got, guys like RFK Jr. On his team, and he is bigly against all of this, all of the pokey poke and everything. But yet other things that Donald Trump has done looks to be different. In fact, he's announced a new appointment for the head of the Department of Education, which is interesting because he campaigned on ending that department, but he's giving it to a woman from Tennessee that during the pandemic, she was really big on the pokey poke and the masks and all that kind of stuff. And so now she's in charge of, or is going to be in charge of, the Department of Education, and he's talked big about how, this person's gonna improve it, make it a better department and all this, when most of the voters were thinking, hey, I thought this was going to be ended. We were going to shut down the Department of Education. He also has seemingly become decent friends again, or for the first time, whoever, with folks like Bill Gates. Been a lot of talk between the two of them and photographs and stuff like that. Donald Trump later on this week will be speaking also at the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos. And RFK Jr. has gone pretty much silent. He's not been online much at all, not been talking about, almost like he's a distant thought. And some people are kind of online are concerned that he's kind of being, faded out so that other people can kind of step in. I don't know. What I do think, though, is that this bird flu is going to become a reality before you know it. And it's going to affect the economy. It's going to do just like the last one, but maybe even worse this time. And I personally don't have enough hope or faith or trust or whatever in this oncoming administration to really handle it much better than it was handled last time. So folks really need to be kind of buckling down on this. There's a lot going on. I think that this is going to really usher in the whole cryptocurrency / digital dollar. I know that there's a difference between the two. You don't have to jump in the comments and school me. I get it. But there's enough similarities there that I think that they could become morphed into something different. I mean, Donald Trump has been big on cryptocurrencies, and a lot of people have praised him for that. Just a couple of days ago, leading up to this new inauguration, he created, or his people did, he didn't do it. His people created a new cryptocurrency. And within 48 hours of its release, it's become the 15th largest cryptocurrency out there. So worth billions and billions of dollars in just a couple of days. So there's definitely signs that things are shifting that direction. And I feel it's going to get down to where we're splitting hairs on the difference between a controlled digital dollar / cryptocurrency on the other side. And with the pandemic most likely coming in, and with all the more advanced technologies that's really being pushed, I think that all that is becoming much more of a reality, and we should be preparing for that. It's foolish, I think, to see all this stuff and think, oh, it's just going to be another hype like COVID. We'll be all right. We'll make it through it. It's not a big deal. I'm not wearing nothing. I'm not getting nothing. I'm not doing any of their stuff, and I'm going to be just fine. That's typically not how government works, that if you just don't play along, that you'll be just fine. You can potentially survive something, but you have to be ready for it if you're planning on not playing along. And you need to be able to produce for yourself. I think there's no limits to what they could do, especially with folks like Elon Musk, closely involved in this administration, bringing a new level of technology in. And it's not just him. A lot of people that for the last 6-8 years that seemingly hated Donald Trump is now greatly on board. Folks like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, two other big tech heads, are on his team now, or on his side. And so it's bringing in technology at a level that I think a lot of people aren't quite ready for. I think people think they have an idea of what's going on or what could happen, but I would guess that we're probably all either wrong or way, way, way behind the curve on this one. And so when you throw in this advanced technologies that some we may not even be aware of, and things like digital dollars, cryptocurrencies, digital identification, brain chips, artificial intelligence, and then mix that all in a really big pandemic. I don't think it takes an extremely creative imagination to figure out how bad that could be. And all the building blocks are there for it to happen. So again, get yourselves ready for this. Don't just sit around and think, well, everything's okay now. one more day and Joe Biden's going to be out of office. The Democrats aren't going to control everything, and it's going to be great. Kumbaya, it's awesome. We'll just all be sitting around holding hands and, enjoying the sweet liberty that we have now. Don't be foolish, folks. Get ready, get your houses in order, and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.